name's Rosie, and this is Cait from the Fragile Club. Hi, Cait. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing super fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. You had mentioned you wanted to get right in and talk about your business, and you're super excited. So, can we just start out, and you want to tell me how you got started with the Fragile Club?
Yeah. It's an interesting story. So back in 2017, I met my co-founder Katya through friends during our travels in Southeast Asia. So she's a Ukrainian and she currently lives in Ireland, and then I'm in Canada, and we were able to just meet abroad, which is really cool. And so we had a lot in common, and so we were able to keep in touch after. And the first time that we actually worked together, I was creating content for her
Hmm.
because she worked in marketing. And so we really enjoyed working together, and it was really cool. And we knew that each other, we both wanted to create some kind of socially conscious brand. And especially we were talking about in the mental health space.
Mm-hmm.
And it was during one of our brainstorming sessions that Katya had showed me this fragile tape that she got on one of the boxes they had come in like a couple days earlier. And she was just playing around with it, and she like put it on her shirt. She was like, "Oh, this looks really cool." and and it was then that all of our ideas kind of came together, and we were able to match our desire to create a mental health awareness brand that had the potential to be cool and look cool, and also raise funds for mental health.
You mentioned like this is for mental health. So, why mental health? And how are the funds? Like, what are they donated to, or like how do they help mental health
Yeah.
awareness or mental health institutions?
Yeah. So as for why mental health, personally, I think that it's a topic that isn't talked about. It's beginning to be spoken about a little bit. There are like celebrities who have come out expressing their own experiences, and there's just been a lot of overwhelming stats that have come out around how large of an issue this actually is, and it's just an underlying topic that lots of people are experiencing, but no one's talking about it, and there's a lot of stigma around it and shame.
Mm.
And what we really want to do is get that conversation started, and also help fund resources for people that need help. And so the way that we've broken it down is the products that we offer through the Fragile Club. A large percentage of the proceeds, or basically all of our profits, go towards the multiple mental health organizations that we've partnered with. So currently we're in the works of landing a number of them, but we have a lot of people on board, such as New Zealand and Ireland as well.
Cool.
But yeah, we're basically in the works currently to get a lot of different countries involved that we can just start donating to.
That's awesome. So, how old is the company now?
So it's pretty fresh. So we basically started creating it about a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and just launched at the beginning of October this
Oh
year,
wow, yeah,
2019. Yeah.
brand new.
Super. Yeah, we're super in the beginning steps,
Mm-hmm.
beginning stages, and yeah, so far we've received a lot of overwhelming positive response. So we're really excited about the direction that it's going.
And what have you been doing for like? Are you using any kind of marketing tools, or using any kind of like social platforms to kind of get your message out there? And if so, has that translated into any sales yet?
Yeah, so yeah, that's a great question. So we've been focusing a lot on social media, especially with influencers. We know that they have like a very large reach
Mm-hmm.
and impact. So what we have been doing, we've been focusing a lot on collaborations with different influencers. So people from all different countries around the world have been working with us, and we've been able to just see them post on social media. And what we've seen them do is they would receive our product, and then they would create a post and share their personal mental health
Mm-hmm.
story within the caption of their post. This has mostly been on Instagram. We are starting to reach out on Facebook.
Cool.
And then, yeah, as for next steps, we do want to be seeing like some YouTube And because really we want to be seeing people share their stories and their personal stories, because that's what is the most powerful. And that's really what we're trying to do, is just bring this to conversation. And yeah, so Instagram has been a huge thing for us, and it's surprising how large of audiences influencers can have, and they don't necessarily create a lot of traffic or sales for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain influencers that do have a reach, and it depends on the audience really, and how engaged they are with that specific person, and how used to buying things they are on social media, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So what's the most maybe actually, let's pivot a little bit. So it sounds like you've made some sales.
Yeah. So in the past month, we've been happy with the sales. We haven't pushed it too much. We've just been focusing a lot on our partnerships and our collaborations. Yeah, that's been the main thing. We have been doing a little bit of Facebook ads, which has also been probably half of our sales so far. So yeah, we're dabbling with that.
Can you tell me about your first sale? Like, how did that feel?
It felt insane. It was really cool, because it ended up being just someone that had found us through friends, I guess. And they loved what we were doing, and they purchased 2 different things, and then they sent us a message as well, sharing why they thought what we were doing is really good, and why they wanted to help out, and that they know that their money is going to a good cause. So yeah, we really, really care about what these people are saying, especially our customers, but like just everyone. And we really want to make sure that because one of the goals that we have and that we're in the works with is to have mental health organizations in each country that people are buying from, so that they're able to, when they make a purchase, it's actually contributing to like local communities and local resources.
That's awesome. So do you have any facts and figures maybe around mental health that kind of like you use or that kind of drive you forward or prove your message? And if so, can you share some?
Yeah, definitely. So this has been really fascinating to me. So just currently within Canada and the United States, in Canada, there's 1 in 5 people who will personally experience a mental health problem or illness. And this is from the Canadian Mental Health Association that the stat is. And then in the States, it's 1 in 4, which is interesting. And then just out of that percentage, 75% of people who are impacted don't even ask for help. They're just because of the stigma. They're kind of ashamed of experiencing any kind of mental health issue. And then the Global Burden of Disease study came out with global depression figures, which shows that depression and anxiety is a worldwide problem, and it ranges from 4 to 10% per region. So, for example, the 10% would be people in North America, Western Europe, Australia, New Zealand areas. And then it kind of goes down 8% in Asia and so forth around the world. But yeah, the stats are endless around various mental health illnesses.
So what's next for the Fragile Club then?
So what's next for us? I'm really excited about what's next for us. So we have a lot of plans, and currently we're going to be focusing a lot on various types of collaborations because we think that can create the biggest impact. So specifically with influencers, and then in 2020 we want to be collaborating with brands as well.
Cool.
So one of our biggest goals is to fund many mental health resources around the world, like I've spoken about. And so we want to use those partnerships as like a gateway, so that other brands know if they think about mental health and they want to contribute in some way, they think of the Fragile Club and they think that they can partner with us on a collaborative product or line, that we already have the partnerships in place to be able to donate to them. So yeah, so the brands, and then influencer collaborations we want to be focusing on. And yeah, currently we also are working with organizations. So we want to be working on having organizations within basically every country around the world. So those are our three main initiatives.
Awesome. That all sounds really exciting. I love what you're doing. Where can our audience go to find out more about the Fragile Club, or maybe how they can help?
Yeah, so how you can basically find us on social media. We have basically every single platform at the Fragile Club.
Okay.
And then our website is fragileclub.com. But yeah, there's so many different ways to get involved. We are working on like an actual page on our website that will share some various things that you can do. But really, it's just sharing your own personal mental health story, like whether you're going to be purchasing a product from the Fragile Club or not, if you are experiencing something, and just being open and vulnerable, because when we're vulnerable, we can really show our strength for other people, and that's how we can actually make change.
I 100% agree. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today, Cait. Good luck to you in the Fragile Club, and we'll be checking in with you in a little while, okay?
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Bye.